help my situation, or I just can't help who I am, like, who I am and how I'm going forth with everything and presenting myself. So it's just like, I guess we just got to walk on eggshells at this point.
So I do that, like, I don't understand the women jealousy thing, because I feel like y'all can be so strong together, but y'all break each other down. You can like be friends with somebody and still talk behind their back, which is like, I'm like, yo, why are you guys so jealous of me? I don't understand it. I don't
I feel
understand
like it's something internally in people that maybe they see in other people, and it's like they realize they don't have that. So then it's like they're projecting onto that other person, like, she doing that. She should have bought that Ferrari because she said that's why she should have got the money in the bank from it. You know what I'm saying? And then like people are just invasive,
Yeah.
and when women are jealous and against each other, we're just going to invade in each other's lives and put our opinion on it and talk shit and all that other stuff, and no one didn't ask. So I feel like it's something internally in women that they're dealing with, that they're just projecting because they see something in someone else that they want, that they know they don't have.
But that's also the thing, like,
Okay.
don't
That's a
you
good
think,
one.
don't you guys think like we were kind of raised that way where, you had to be the better, like above everyone
Mm-hmm.
to succeed or like be somebody. You have to be better than, the average. And this is when,
Right.
like, even like I remember even in school, where teachers like point out like, oh, this girl, like, look at her, like, take an example where, it's, you just basically want us to be all like, the same. And then it doesn't mean it's good, like on any level.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was like we were raised that way, to like, oh, like she's probably, like sleeping around. Oh, she's such a whore. Or like, oh, like she has an attitude. She's a bitch. Or like
Right.
Instagram, actually, like all social media right now points out where, we are just jealous of each other per se, like, oh, it
Mm-hmm.
all like so good, but it's all highlights, obviously, right? We all struggle
Right.
with something on daily basis,
Yeah.
and it's not even within our mindset, but like I do like believe that whenever you feel jealousy or expect jealousy, it's in within the person who feels the jealousy itself. Because again, as Courtney pointed out, really good, like you cannot help that person, but it affects you
Right.
when people like feel that way
Mm-hmm.
towards you, and it brings you down, and you just like you start asking yourself like, am I good enough, la 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 la. And honestly, like, I, as you Corey said, there's like why women like within the community are doing the way,
Right.
it's like, like snakes, right? I think that's how people point out, like in the society
Mm-hmm.
where a lot of women concentrate at the same time.
Yeah.
I had the experience where I had to work only with males, right? And I just had like one female
Mm-hmm.
coworker. And I thought, oh my God, there's going to be no gossips, no drama. That was 10 times more. And I was like, interesting. Because like I swear, like, do you have that kind of thing, Corey? Have you ever experienced that? Or like, saw from afar?
That men gossip?
Not gossip, but like, have this kind of like environment where, it's just like somebody's like wrong on each other, or jealousy comes out. I don't know.
With men?
Yeah.
No, not really. Like I never really, I mean,
No.
maybe in some instances, but not a lot. Like, because I feel like in like my circle or my job community, it's not too much jealousy. This fact is like everybody's doing their own thing. They're not
Right.
they're not. Oh, I'm gonna hate on the next man, because
Mm.
that's like a code that a lot of guys live by. We're not gonna hate on the next man.
Okay.
Unless the next man is like Jay-Z and he's sleeping next to Beyonce, we'll hate on that. But other than that, we're not gonna hate on the next man. Like I look at it like when it comes to men, if we do are jealous or something, we'll talk about it. Like I feel like men, it's like easier. We'll talk about things. When we first meet people, we're not like, look at what he wearing. We don't do all that. We're just like, hey, what up, bro? We talk. But with
Mm.
women, you guys are like, and then y'all gossip and then y'all judge each other at the same time. It's so weird to me. But
Everybody
and
gossip. Everybody
not
gossip.
everybody gossip.
This
Everybody
is
gossip.
a
Man,
part of
everybody
society
be spilling the
communication.
tea. Look.
Yeah, like, don't kill me. Don't kill me. I'm just telling you what I think. Okay, don't kill me. But I don't know. I don't think men do that. I
Mm.
I just don't.
Well, see, I've experienced like different. Courtney, have you ever been in a situation where you're just like, these men, they jealous each other, or they like hating on each other, like in a way that something similar to women?
I don't really think I've really have I. No, because like the environment I had where it was like more men than women, like they was just like real laid back and chill, but they were kind of like nerdy in a sense. Like, you know, they like to play like video games and stuff like that. So like, you know, they weren't really like gossiping about anything important. Like they would just be like talking about like, yeah, like you and girlfriend, we're gonna go to the Irish pub. And I'm like, okay. Like, or they're like, oh my goodness, like, did you see that too? Like Nintendo Switch game? Like, you know, so it was like really not right, you know, like nothing interesting. I'd be like, oh, so-and-so talk about so-and-so. Girl, like, you hear that? Like, no. So yeah.
People like, yeah, like I think
like they were just so boring. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. I think men do it like differently though, you know, they're just like, they're not like coming like, oh my God, have you heard it? They're just like kind of more slick with that, you know? They're just like, hey, have you heard this, you know? And they don't call it like spill the tea or gossiping. They're just like sharing information, you know? So it's all like very nice.
It's like, oh, did you hear that? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's just a nice package.
Blah, blah, blah. No, yeah, because the way they just like ease it on in there, like it's just something exclusively everybody should know. And I'd be like, thank you for letting me know that. Like, so no, yeah. But I had a situation where like I found out one of the new hires was actually talking about me in a demo class that I did. And so I had found out from my friend. She's like, yeah, he going around. Let's see. Okay, like, he was sneak. So he was going around and he went to one of our other coworkers and told him what he thought. And I felt some type of way. And I was like, I was like, you could have told to me if you had some feedback. But I'm like, how are you going to have feedback when this is like your first job in this sector? Please tell me how. So I was just like, nah, homie. Like, I literally had to take him aside. I was like, I have to have a talk with you. He was like, oh, I'm scared. I'm like, what are you scared of, bro? We just having a little talk.
Hey.
And he was like, Decor, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
Yeah.
The Gossip Wine Podcast.